Hello and welcome to this Nick RP Green speedrun tutorial for Metal Gear Solid PC. In this video I'll show you how to efficiently farm alerts at the start of the game in the dock, a strategy used on both any percent and all bosses. Before we get started, I'm Nick RP Green, a streamer, video maker and speedrunner. I stream speedruns of this and other games at twitch.tv/Nick RP Green every Tuesday and Thursday, so if you enjoy this guide, consider checking out the stream. With that, let's start a new game. I'll be showing this on easy at first, though this route can be used on all difficulties. Pressing circle to select your difficulties when the timer starts and the run begins. Immediately hold X to skip the opening cutscene and begin mashing start when the codec screen displays to skip the call. This brief scene of Snake standing is unskippable. Immediately crawl under this pipe to your left and run to hide behind this box without stepping in the puddle. Stepping in this puddle will cause the guards to investigate, disrupting their patrol. Wait for the guard on the right to stop and sneeze and immediately run out and choke him to death with square. What we're going to do now until the elevator arrives is continuously get spotted by the other guard to increase our alert count to 6. This is called alert farming and I'll explain why we do this later. Once the first guard is dead, knock to get the attention of the other guard and run up to the corner of this box. The guard will turn his corner, spot you and trigger an alert. Immediately run down. By the time you reach the puddle, you'll be in evasion. Run through it and the guard will investigate the noise. Run up to the top of the box and lean against it. At around 20 seconds left in your evasion, knock to lure the guard up towards you. Keep knocking, as when the evasion wears off the guard will cancel his investigation and return to his patrol, but continuously knocking will cause him to notice it again. Once you've got his attention after the evasion ends, run out, get spotted, and run all the way around again through the puddle and lean against the top of the box. It's important that you move quickly so the guard doesn't spot you during the chase, as the alert count only goes up once your current alert phase has ended.
Where'd he go? I heard you. I heard you. Where'd he go? I heard you.
As you'll see on the right, the live split auto splitter does have a lift timer which you can use, but it's just as easy to use the credits. You'll want to be starting your 6th alert no later than the translated by Jeremy Blaustein credit. On your 6th alert, run all the way around through the puddle again to force the guard as far away from the elevator as possible and then make a beeline north. Your 6th alert should have ended before the final credit for Assistant Director Yoshikazu Matsuhana fades, at which point you have 7 seconds before the lift appears. Lean up against the edge of the lift door and make sure tapping the wall can be heard, as if you're too far left, Snake won't be tapping the wall. This elevator cutscene can't be skipped. Once you regain control, lean against the wall again and start tapping. The moment the guard in the lift notices the taps, run over to the left. Don't worry, he won't see you as long as you're fast. Wait for him to exit the lift and turn to the right, and then hop onto the elevator. Be wary. As the guard steps off the lift, his gaze shifts to the left for a brief moment, and if you haven't moved over far enough, he can still spot you. With that, you're through the dock with 6 alerts farmed. Hold X to skip the upcoming cutscenes. Mash start once the codec call starts and then hold X again. Mash start for the next codec and hold X. Mash start for the 3rd codec and then tap X or start as soon as you see the next cutscene. Holding X at this point will cause Snake to crouch when you then regain control, losing you some time. The dock is now complete and you're at the heliport, which is the start of the next tutorial. There are no backup strats for the dock. If something goes wrong, you're better off restarting than trying to fix it. Though having said that, there is a slight variation for hard and extreme if you have difficulty not getting spotted by the guard and restarting your alert timer after he chases you round the first corner. As guard line of sight is significantly longer on hard and extreme, you have to be very quick to get around the puddle to the box or the guard you choke will spot you. Choke him as normal after he's sneezed and knock, but this time, wait in this corner. As the guard turns the corner at the top, he will spot you and you immediately run left and up. As you're in alert phase, the guard won't care about the noise from the puddle and then do one of two things. If he walks away from you, wait until there's 20 seconds left on your evasion, then knock, run out and repeat as with the before strat. If instead the guard walks towards you, just stay where you are as he won't turn the corner. Move over to the right corner and knock as soon as the evasion finishes. The guard will turn and immediately spot you, so then run down, out of sight, and you're on track again for the normal route. Remember that on harder difficulties to quickly get around the corners as the guards can see you down the corridor from a much greater distance. Whichever setup you use, you have plenty of time. Getting 6 alerts in the allotted time isn't difficult. With very good timing, it's actually possible to get 7 in the same amount of time, and whilst that's unnecessary, it does show that you have more than enough time to comfortably get 6. So before we wrap up, why do we farm alerts here? When Snake first reaches Metal Gear Rex's command room later in the story, a cutscene plays where Ocelot shoots the PAL key out of Snake's hand and it falls into the drainage ditch at the bottom of the underground base. You then escape an alert and climb back down to the first floor. If your alert count is lower than 11 before reaching the first floor, a rat will have eaten the key and Snake must find and kill the rat, and the key then drops for him to retrieve. The rat's starting location is practically random, and only one location, dubbed the God Rat, is considered good during a run. It's also easy to miss the rat, causing it to run into a vent where you'll have to wait for it to reappear elsewhere. If you have at least 11 alerts by the time you reach the first floor, the key instead spawns in one of 7 random spots in the drainage ditch. 3 of these spots are faster than killing the God Rat, with a further 3 being faster than the second best rat. It is therefore faster on average to farm 11 alerts throughout the run to avoid having to find and kill the rat. 6 are farmed in the dock, and the other 5 are picked up from the heliport, Johnny while escaping capture, the Tower A climb, the guard outside Rex's command room, and the mandatory alert following the command room cutscene. In all bosses, the guard encounter in the cell is another mandatory alert, meaning you can just farm 5 alerts in the dock if you prefer. There is a backup alert in the blast furnace if you don't have enough alerts by that point, but this shouldn't really be needed. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out twitch.tv/NickRPGreen for live speedruns and tutorials. Click on next or previous tutorial to see one of my other guides.